Hey, hello and welcome. My name is Miss Tina and you are watching Squaziland, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions. Today I'm going to react to the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1181. There's going to be a break next week. That is the only thing I know about the chapter. And yeah, I mean, anything can happen, so I don't even dare to try to figure it out what will happen in this chapter, in the next chapter, and even on forward. Maybe I'll try it. I'll dare to try it, but we'll see. Thank you very much and so much for all of the subscriptions. I really do appreciate it, and also the likes and the views. Thank you. I hope you really do enjoy these reactions. I make it to, you know, I try to make it enjoyable as much as possible, but this is me. Nothing more and nothing less, I guess. But let's see this chapter because I'm pretty excited, and I'm even like, I don't care about the break next week. It's going to be super tough, but then again, it's only a week, hopefully. Okay, so One Piece chapter 1181, A God and a Devil. I love the title already. Yeah, I mean, there was Loki and there was obviously Emu. And we can see Carrot. She's the queen. Cover request by Nakahara Michi. Carrot sings as she strolls over sleeping panda sharks at sea. Okay, actually this is pretty cool, and I like to see, or I like seeing Carrot because she is the new queen, or she is the queen of Zou, and yeah, and it seemed like she was in Carrot Park or Carrot Land. She visited it, and now she goes home to Zou. Well, according to this cover story, and it's pretty neat. Okay, memories from 14 years ago. I am the worst king of history of Elbaf. You must kill me and take the throne, Loki. And this is what Harold said to Loki, and Loki is like, he was only 144 at the end. Giants usually live to 300. He died way too soon. You tricked my dad, right? That makes you responsible for his death. The one suffered most from that inconvenience was Moo. Yeah, of course it was you. And I really like that how outlandish, outworldish Emu looks. It's really like not the same species. I mean, they are not the same species, but still. And Loki is ready with the hammer too, cracking, and you can see, damn you, back then. I don't care about how I am remembered. That's not important. The only thing that matters is securing Albaf's future. And Loki's remembering that while remembering also how his father died and he laughed. Isn't that right? Back then, what did you do to my father? Loki, you don't want to know. Lightning comes down. Ragna Izuchi. We can see the squirrel's face on the hammer, and I really love that. And there is a devil thingy coming outside, which was the bomb and everything, and it blocks the attack, or so it seems. I'm not sure. It tries to block it. Okay, and everyone else in the surroundings, Lilith, Bonnie, Jinbei. Is that Nami? I think that's Nami. And I think I can see Frankie there. They're trying to withhold and try not to fall over and fall off the island. I can't believe he tanked that, he says. What's with these black flames? What sort of power do you have? Okay, what I really like about Loki is that Loki is not just about, I'm a giant, I'm brawling. He is inquiring, he's questioning things. He's not just a fighter, he thinks, he wants to know. Okay, and we can see Omen, and it swells up like this. Omen is simply Moo's military might. Interesting. Maybe he can collect it, or maybe he collected it from, I don't know, the past. And no, this is something. gigantification. Its power dwells in all things, he says. So Emu became a giant. Oh, Emu became a giant. Okay, okay. I wasn't quite sure because it wasn't like that. Okay, because I just saw that it was swelling. I don't know. I didn't know what it meant, and because of all those perspectives and everything, I really didn't understand. But now I can see that he's on the same level as Loki, and they go battle. What's that? I don't know what it's called, but the hammer is meeting with it. Sorry, it's just after work. So the hammer attack is being blocked, and is Loki losing? Who's ready for another attack? Nemesis, he says, and piercing through Loki. Strength is an attribute, he says, people naturally crave. Ugh. And yet, that craving can be easily satisfied via corruption. And he thinks about the Mirrorverse. Here we can see the giant Zorian and Bogi in that. This is the corruption of the power. It merely requires one to submit their will to a covenant, just like what Harold did, and we can see Harold's picture. When their envy drives them, they'll achieve power. And power, Chikara, is the stated reading, though it uses the same kanji previously used for omen, maki, a demonic aura. Okay, I tried to put this thing together, but yeah. Those three things together form a trinity. Craving, so corruption, covenant, and power. And that's the trinity, basically, known as dominion. Okay, and Loki is being attacked once again. Shall I grant thee the power of God? In one step thou wouldst go far beyond humanity. And Loki's ready with the hammer and slamming on Emu. I don't know if it actually faced him, but Emu was surprised nonetheless. I don't want it. Cracker, cracker, creak, creak, wheeze, wheeze. So God's dominion, that is your power. It sounds more like a deal with the devil to me. Is there a difference between a devil and a god, or a god and a devil? Okay, he was like, you know what, you are calling me a devil. Well, what's the difference really? And this is what something Lucifer would ask. Beats me, says Loki. I just know I ain't gonna let myself be dominated by anyone. Okay, really cool shot from the back of Emu, and wow. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. Isn't that right? Okay, and I believe that Emu is actually remembering Joy Boy. I mean, that smiling face and that thingy, that might be the trim of a hat, a straw hat perhaps. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. And maybe Joy Boy was laughing at that idea. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? He looks so evil and such a big mouth. Okay, and Luffy is being immediately called. I need more. God, I need more. I've never felt anything like this before. Shoot, it's so heavy, it's like I'm suffocating. What is this with this guy's haki? If I don't eat all this, we cannot win, he says. Luffy needs to eat more. Okay, so Emu is waiting for Joy Boy. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Okay, they were talking about that. So maybe Joy Boy, they had to be friends or something like that, and they were talking about that. Actually, Emu and Joy Boy being friends is not an idea that I would throw behind my back. That pass, and they... Maybe Emu thought that Joy Boy wants to be the king, but not the king he thought, and yeah. Joy Boy probably dominated people, but not in the way that Emu does. Emu wants to dominate by force and everything, by evil things, and Joy Boy collects people around him or collected people around him due to his personality, which I think Emu always envied, that Joy Boy can have friends and have everyone as gathered around him, and he can sort of rule them. But that's not ruling somebody, that's like something entirely different. Okay, you still lost in thought? Okay, and he gets another hammer throw. That tells me one thing: you are underestimating me. And Emu is thrown back, which is quite a feat. And Emu is thinking, and Loki has already turned into the dragon, and he was like, "Oh, I need a hug," and he's ready to attack Thorheim. Though really has returned, and he's smiling. Okay, Emu is really enjoying this fight. Though really has returned. Or I don't know. Or maybe it's more, or maybe Emu is seeing Joy Boy. I'm not quite sure about the end. Maybe he's seeing Joy Boy here. It could be right. I wouldn't be unsure about that. Too unsure. I mean, it's like, let's try Boy too. And knocks out Loki. Because when he saw Loki, it was like, the dragon and everything, and maybe, because when I see the blast, I can see some dots and everything. Maybe that's Joy Boy. I don't know. But I really love the fact that it's like, and I like this silhouette of Joy Boy as well. I'm thinking about Joy Boy, and I the first thought that came into my mind immediately was what Fujitora said, that I wish I could see your face. It must be very kind. And I think Joy Boy was I don't know why Joy Boy, why the name, but yeah. You were envious of him. That's probably it. It's a great chapter. I loved it. I mean, what else can you ask for than a fight between Emu and Loki? And we don't know when Luffy arrives, but we do know that Luffy needs to, gather his strength, and I think that's a great option for him to stay out of the fight still. I mean, we know that's, part of the narrative, but still, I'm perfectly fine with it. But it means that maybe in 2 weeks' time, we are going to get more action, and maybe Emu is going to meet finally Joy Boy, and I don't know what that conversation might hold, because Emu has the memories and everything, but Joy Boy doesn't, and we don't know if we are going to get a flashback and what's going to happen, because we cannot let these things, happen. And Emu is here to, get things done, but I'm not sure if that's possible for Emu. So the only way we can win is if Emu retreats, and Emu might retreat, in my opinion, but that might not be the case, because I'm always wrong in One Piece. So what are your thoughts on the chapter? Thank you very much for joining me this week too. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you did, you know what to do. Until then, I hope that you have a wonderful weeks ahead of you. It's spring, the weather is quite nice. Well, it's a bit windy here, but still it's nice. And I hope that you are healthy, well, and happy in your lives. And if not, I'm sure it will be much better soon. Bye-bye.